Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First thing I'm going to ask you to do, sir, is take off your hat, your glasses, and your jacket, please.
Is there a reason for me to take it off?
Yes, guidelines.
Oh.
Thank you. Next thing is please throw away your drink. Decorated?
No, it's okay.
Can I have your name?
It's gonna be Joe.
Joe. Last name?
Voter.
Joe Voter. Okay. And can I ask you what brings you in today?
Well, they previously got me for voter fraud.
Voter fraud.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So what we're going to do first is I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I just want you to answer to the best of your ability, all right?
Okay.
All right, question 1. How did you get involved in the current offense? So how did you get involved in running the voter fraud scam?
Well, first of all, I was in a bad state of mind. I felt really depressed and I was really struggling with life. So that's kind of one of the aspects of how I came to do that.
Okay. All right. Question 2. How do you feel about what you did?
Well, honestly, I really feel like crap about my actions. You know, my friend introduced me to voter fraud, and I thought it was a good idea at the time, and so.
Okay. Was there anyone else involved? You mentioned your friend, right?
Yes.
Okay. Was he the only one, or was it like a team that you worked with?
No, ma'am. It was just him.
Okay. Next question. How old were you when you first had to go to court?
I was, I believe, about 17 years old.
17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What were the hearings for?
I was in possession.
In possession of?
Yes.
Specifically?
Of cocaine.
Okay. Okay. And any as a juvenile, you mentioned you were under 18.
Yes.
Okay. What prior offenses have you been convicted of as an adult?
Well, I was, as I said before, I was in possession. I was DUI, and I had some drugs on it.
Okay. So mainly felonies.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you ever spent time on probation?
No.
No?
No.
Never. Okay. Have you ever been in detention, jail, or prison?
Yes.
Okay, could you expand a little bit about that?
Well, as I said before, I was in it for drug charges and DUI.
Drug charges and DUI.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever receive a disciplinary report while you were in detention or jail?
No.
No, they never wrote you up for anything?
No.
Okay. In general, were you alone or with others when you've gotten into trouble?
I was mostly alone.
Mostly alone. Okay. Now, we want to ask you about your use of alcohol and drugs. Okay, I know you mentioned, before your history with them. How old were you when you began to use drugs regularly?
I'd say the first time, like around 17 years old.
Okay.
Under 17. First time was, I was around 14. My deal gave me a Corona Light.
Okay. So you've had a little bit of experience with both drugs and alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Have you ever used illegal drugs?
Yeah, I have. But I can go days without having used it.
Okay. What is the longest period of time you have been abstinent from alcohol or drugs?
I would say about a week.
A week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In general, were you drinking or on drugs when you committed your offenses?
Occasionally I've been using cocaine.
Okay. Has your alcohol or drug use ever caused problems with your employment?
Yes, that's going to be drug use.
Drug use, okay. Are drugs readily available in your neighborhood?
Yeah, I've come throughout my neighborhood, just a couple blocks, or there's a couple.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, let's talk about school now. How far did you go in school?
I believe the farthest I went was 10th grade, and then yeah, I dropped out after that.
Were you ever suspended or expelled from school?
No, I dropped out.
You just dropped out. Okay. I'd like to know about your work history as well. Start with the first job you've had and work toward now, the present. What kind of jobs have you had and how long did you work at each place?
Well, the first job I had, I've been working, I would say, construction.
Okay.
And then I've been working construction for like about 1 to 2 years.
1 to 2 years now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Do you feel that you have a very structured day where everything is scheduled, you have a certain time to do things, or do you tend to have lots of free time?
No, I would like to say that my days are pretty structured and I hardly have any free time to myself.
Okay. Next question. How do you spend your free time?
Well, with the free time that I actually have, I would spend it with family, with my brothers and some friends throughout the week
Okay.
or the weekend.
Next question. Would you say that you are proud of any of your criminal activities?
No, not really. Now that I'm realizing that it's just not worth it, the stuff that I did. It's not really worth the trouble of it.
Okay, now that we've talked about your criminal activities, I want to go into your childhood.
Okay.
Okay? If you did something wrong as a teenager, how did your parents handle it?
Well, usually they either yell at me, ground me, take my phone away, just take away the free time that I had.
Okay. Next question. While you were growing up, did either parent have a history of a criminal record, psychiatric hospital, drinking problems, drug use, or violence in the home?
My mom, no. My dad, on the other hand, he had a criminal record. He was a really an abusive, drunken asshole.
Okay. Thank you for your being upfront, but please watch your language.
Okay.
How do you get along with your father now?
We're all right, más o menos. We see each other 1 to 2 times per week.
1 to 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get along with your mother now?
My mother, we're pretty good. We're in a good relationship.
Relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next question. How do you get along with your siblings, brothers or sisters?
We're good. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Next question. Have any of your siblings ever been arrested?
Nah, just me.
Including any half or step siblings that you might have?
Nah, just me.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the level of family support that you have right now?
Now I do. But it's been off for a while.
And now I'd like to ask you about your intimate relationships. What is your current marital status?
Well, I'm married to Maruka.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again, please watch your language.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Next question. In your intimate relationship, who tends to make the decisions and have control?
Me? Not near me. Lahaina makes some, but mostly me.
Okay. Have you ever been abused by someone you cared about as an adult?
Yeah, my ex-partner. But she cheated. Pinche vieja.
Okay. Last time I'm going to ask you to watch your language, or we can reschedule this for a different day.
I'm sorry.
How many of your significant others have been in trouble with the law or have involved you in law-breaking behavior?
None. Not really, no.
Next question. Are you satisfied with the level of support that you're getting from your significant other?
Yes, but she doesn't really get involved. She shouldn't.
If you have children, tell me their names, ages, and where they're living.
See, my kids, Pancho and Pancha,
Okay.
they're both like around 10, 12.
Okay. And where are they living?
With their mother.
Okay. Now, I'd like to ask you about your friendships.
Okay.
How many of your friends have been in trouble with the law?
Some, but not all.
How much contact do you still have with your friends who have been in trouble with the law?
We would speak, but throughout the week we would speak, but they're not really, they don't get in trouble that much.
Now I want you to be completely honest with me when I ask you this next question.
Okay.
Do you have any ties to gang members?
Nah.
No. When someone you know is in need, how likely are you to help them?
Well, I like to help as much as I can, but if anything is possible, I like to help a lot.
Okay. Next question. When someone else tries to engage you in a physical fight, how do you respond?
Sometimes I try to avoid as much as I can, but if it's go time, plus I gotta do what I gotta do.
Okay. Next question. Do you feel like you have control over the events in your life?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in control.
Okay. Okay. Do me a favor and silence your phone, please.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Or maybe vibrate.
Sorry about that.
You're okay. Alright, next few questions. How often do you engage in risk-taking behavior?
Like sometimes, but not all the time.
Okay. Do you have a problem telling lies?
Yes and no. I tell more like white lies, but they tend to get me more in trouble.
Okay. Do you believe in the saying, do unto others as they do to you?
Not really. Mostly, I believe karma will get them sooner or later.
I noticed you're kind of hunched over,
Mhm.
right? Before I make any assumptions about
Mhm.
your professionalism, do you have any major medical problems keeping you back, bothering you? Something you should see a doctor about?
Well, just my knees and back, man. But yeah, it's like that's viejo, man. But it is what it is. I'm getting old.
Okay. Have you ever been treated for drug or alcohol use or psychological problems?
No, but that would help me. Trust me, I don't want to keep on doing this. I've learned that I don't want to be doing this no more.
Okay. Do you live in a high crime neighborhood?
Yeah, some of my neighbors they tend to do some criminal activity, so I would say it's high crime.
Pretty high crime level.
Yes.
Okay. How many times have you moved around in the last 12 months?
I've not really. I've lived in my house for years,
Okay.
pretty much all my life.
Aside from your legal problems,
Mm-hmm.
what is the biggest problem in your life right now?
I would say the wife. We argue back and forth with the bills, but honestly, things have been pretty good.
How do you expect this problem to work out?
Well, sorry. What problem?
The spouse fights, the financial issues.
Well, hopefully, things will get back on track, to do better. Hopefully.
Okay. What goals do you have for the future, and how do you plan on achieving those goals?
I would stick to the conditions that you'll give me. I want to start fresh, and yeah, I'm done getting in trouble. I want to start new.
Okay. Last question. What do you expect to get from probation if the judge agrees that you are eligible for it?
Well, hopefully, God willing, I'll get a better job, both counseling, but mostly I just want a better life. I just want to get back on my feet and start fresh.
It's a good goal to have.
Thank you.
Okay. That's gonna do it for today.
Mm-hmm.
I still have some other forms to fill out, meet with my supervisor about your probation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'll be keeping in touch. Keep your phone close.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Thank you, man. I'll get you a coffee sometime. Oh, shit. Sorry, man. I forgot my clothes. Or my hat. I'm sorry.
You're good. Have
Thank
a
you.
great day.
Thank you. You too.
Hey, boss. I just met with the client and I brought you the interview questions just so you can look them over and let me know if this works out.
Okay.
I did flag a couple of the questions because I think these do require treatment.
Okay, I'll let you know. I'll get back to you on that.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Hello? Yes, Ms. Mana, I need to see you for case number 41502-1, Joe Lord. Yes, okay, thank you.
Hi. You wanted to see me?
Yes, have a seat, please. So, I was looking over your questions and I saw on question 4 you had made a mistake where you circled the wrong answer. Yes, but
Okay.
it has happened before, so if it happens again, I might have to write you up. So
No, I completely understand.
yes, so we're just gonna have you sign off that you understand that you've made a mistake, and we can just go off of that. But that just needs to not happen again, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
That's it. So, okay, now that that's the treatment plan I went over, it sounds good. Everything else is good, and I just call the client and just say that he needs to come in and go over it with him, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty good. Besides the one mistake, which we can sign off on.
Everything else was okay though.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
I'll make sure to be on the call.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, hello. Joe Boder? Yes, okay. I talked with my supervisor. We went over the documents. Everything seems to look good. What day works for you best to come in and discuss your probation? All right, perfect. Thank you. Mr. Boder,
Hello.
thank you for coming in.
Nice to meet you.
Take a seat. Again, please remove your cap.
Oh, sorry.
Alrighty, so we did discuss everything. My supervisor took a look at the plan. She said that it was good. Let's see. So I wanted to go over it with you as well, just so you understand the conditions.
Okay.
Okay. You mentioned you have had problems with drugs and alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned you do want to get better. You really did seem to express remorse for your action. You will have to follow a series of guidelines in order to keep your probation.
Okay.
Okay? So first off, substance abuse programs. So I know you've mentioned having a lengthy history of drug issues. So we definitely want to get you into programs that will help you curb those cravings. We have very good people, as well as Narcotics Anonymous meetings. And there might be a little bit better for you, so you know your information stays private there,
Okay.
other than me and my supervisor.
Okay.
Page 2, you mentioned your employment.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep a good job. So the action plan there is going to be helping you get a good, stable job. Able to keep the income coming, because I know you mentioned you were having financial issues as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And next, hand in hand with that comes managing your money as well. Okay, you want to be able to give your family some stability. So our plan on that is financial counseling. The same way you would see a therapist for your emotions, you're going to be seeing a therapist for your money, your spending habits.
So they'll just watch my money?
They won't be watching your money per se,
Okay.
but they will guide you into how to budget and how to knowing what you need to spend money on and what you can go without.
Oh, okay.
So that about covers it. How does that plan sound to you?
It sounds pretty good. I trust you. You know what's best. I'll trust the plan.
I'm also placing my trust in you as well.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
so we are going to be meeting with my supervisor. I remind you, please.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for coming.
Thank you for seeing us.
Yes, of course. Alright. So I understood that you guys went over the treatment plan already with each other?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
We did.
Okay. So I'm just gonna have you both sign off on it and just to show that you guys went over and
Okay. We did cover this in great detail.
that's good. Alright, that should be it. Do you guys have any questions? Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
No?
No questions on my end.
No? Okay. Well, that should be it for today. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.